in the village, getting up in the morning to go on a farm with your dad or your grandma is part of nurturing. You know, all those things you learn and then become somebody's society because when you become an adult, it's a very thing we do. You also will be your children in that way.
Okay.
So if you are not nurtured and trained, you're going to be having problem with your children. Will be having problem. People have ask questions. How come? How come you are like this? Your dad is like that. Your mom is like that. How come you are like this? This will bring this to happen.
Okay. So let's look at this now. In education, we were told that the children live in three environments between the parents, the school, and the society. So, in order for the child to become, you know, successful or part of society, there should be the three. I remember the triangular form. So a parent will be listening to you right now. So what is the role of the parent and the role of the society, the role of the school? Because nowadays you see parents will just put the children into the various schools or classroom and then send them to school. And the next morning they do the same things. Is it helpful to the child or is it damaging the child? And then what is you just spoke on the role of the society as well too. All right. But just to elaborate on that, so us a person that is listening to us right now will know that these three environments are very essential to the upbringing or the success of the child. So, do you care to elaborate on these three environment of a child that would make them successful? Yeah.
Thank you very much. You know, the parents, the school, the society,
Yeah.
all play important role in the life of the child. So Martin Luther said that the primary teacher of the child is the parent. Because sometimes some parents say, oh, you didn't teach my child well, you should not do this, you should not do that. And sometimes when children take their assignment home, they don't care. We just leave everything with the teacher to do it. But the primary teacher of the child is what the parent or are the parents. That one is biblical. That's what the Bible says. Train up the child in the way he or she should go. When he or she is old, he will not depart from it. That's from the parents. Alright? So the teacher becomes a secondary parent of the child when they go to the classroom. So they are there to help the parents. The parents are to check on the teacher, what they are doing with the students, what they are teaching them. When they put an assignment, they should look at it. Now, so the parents and the school are there to prepare the child to become a citizen in society. Right? Because in the home you learn on cultural norms, and then in the school you learn on some civics about your country, about governance, about relating to other people in society, so that when you get into the society, you will be able to contribute to the society. But if you're not prepared for these areas, you get into society, it'll be a problem. So the society role is to what? To provide law and order, law and order that will help the student to be able to work, do the right thing in person. Because if you go to school, the person in the school, you are educated, you learn about your country as a larger society, a larger society. You learn about how to be a citizen, you learn about how to contribute towards your country. So all these things start from the home, then to go into the larger society, which is the society. So they all play an important role. So one of the things I want to stress is that that's the reason why we have constitutions, we have civil laws, we have all these regulations.
And you had the school handbooks.
Yes. So even the traffic lights is part of society. So you learn that from the school, so that when you get on the street, you know how to cross the street. Right? If you see somebody belonging, you take it.
So the absence of the parent in the educational sojourn of the child um, does it really is it really important? Because the reason I ask it, for me, I know important, but what will it do to that child if that child is from a broken home and a parent of who is not there or who are not there? How does it affect the uh, the ability, the learning ability of that child?
This very good important question. You know, when the home is broken, it affects the school and it affects the society. First, it affects the student, the child personally, right? So, for example, if the child is from a home where maybe the father and the mom are quarreling, or also maybe the father is beating the mom every day, the child will develop some mental health issue. It will affect the child's learning abilities in the school.
Because he sees what the parent is doing home.
Yes. So when the child comes to school, the child will not be happy. The child will not be concentrating on what is being taught. So these are some of the disabilities that students face. And when inclusive education is brought in, so when the teacher is aware that these students come from different backgrounds. When in the classroom, the child is not concentrating, think about the background of the child.
So let me elaborate on that. So sometimes to the young teachers that are listening to this program right now, you elaborate on that, because that have been some of the factors a teacher really do not understand the reasons, or some of the reasons some of these students are not performing in class. Some of the reasons these students are misbehaving in class is because of the home they are from. And you, the teacher, you are not there just to start writing on the blackboard or just giving tests or quizzes. It is a responsibility, if I stand to be corrected. It is a responsibility as a teacher to find out what is the contributing factor of that child misbehaving in class.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
So you have to, that's the reason why we talk about backgrounds of the students. So you need to go deeper as a teacher. You're not only dealing with maybe academic aspect, you're dealing with social aspects. Right? The mental health of the student is very important. Mental health has to do with to be in our right minds.
Yeah.
To be